A new world order.
Payroll job numbers are completely manipulated to convince the world that the U.S. is fully recovered. BOA admits that the U.S. might already be in a recession. JPM Quant is now saying the market is going to fall further and the tech bubble has just popped. Russia will become the biggest exporter of wheat. Venezuela now selling the rest of its gold reserves. Germany and France want a Eurozone finance ministry to take more control of the countries. Can you say ending more rights and eroding of sovereignty? Iran says it will not use the dollar for oil trade. The number of U.S. citizens that are renouncing their citizenship surges. Obama asked Congress for $1.8 billion to fight the Zika virus. Can you say eugenics and population control? Looks like the Shivaluk volcano is erupting. The Baltic Dry Index has fell below 300 points, plunging to a new low of 298 points on Thursday, February 4th. North Korea fires rocket. U.S., South Korea, and Japan respond with military buildup. Canada will stop air bombing in Iraq and Syria and move to ground troops. U.S. President meets Italy's president to discuss Libya. Tunisia shut down its borders with Libya. Coalition forces prepare for ground invasion into Libya and Syria. Clinton and the burn in a dead heat nationally. Bush pops to second in New Hampshire poll. You can be assured that whoever wins, the dirty work of the banksters like gangsters, those who write the laws and then exempt themselves from them, will be carried out. The one world government will be a reality soon enough. The Pacific Ocean is dying thanks to the Fukushima nuclear nightmare, and all the fish and creatures that dwell in it will be bringing to pass Revelation chapter 8, verses 8 and 9. On the flesh level, of course, the spiritual connotation is those who are deceived upon the sixth trumpet when old Doleshine, that is to say Satan, makes his arrival on the scene for his reign of the final 2.5 months of the 5-month period, causing all those who have not been sealed to take the mark. And that second trumpet also began sounding in 1913, setting up the economic dynasty. The four hidden dynasties are how the Kenites formulate the one world political system that will not become a reality until the beginning of the 5-month-long hour of temptation, when Satan and his angels are cast out of heaven unto the earth. Remember, the one world government will take a deadly wound hit, and then Satan will show up at the sixth trumpet to heal the beast, and the whole world will wonder after the beast, as it's written in Revelation chapter 13, verses 1 through 8. He will indeed get his ticket out of heaven at the woe of the fifth trump, that's at the beginning of the 5 months, on the toe of Michael, when the archangel is instructed to do so. We are told in Ezekiel 28, verse 17, and they who haven't been sealed will behold him. He is a supernatural entity who has been corrupted by his own brightness. It's time to don the gospel armor written of in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 18. No jetpacks for the bold in the Lord, as he has some dragon to kick with his Zadok and the seas that come against the ships of Chittim, those whose vessels are sealed with the word, as we know from Daniel chapter 11:30, where the ships of Chittim are mentioned there. And speaking of the trumpets, if you look at chapter 8, verse 7 of the book of Revelation, and the first trumpet, the first angel sounded, that's one thing, and there followed hail 2, and fire 3, mingled with blood 4, and they were cast upon the earth, that's 5. That's the woe of the fifth trumpet, when Satan and his angels are cast out of heaven unto the earth, and the third part of the trees was burned up. That happens at the sixth trumpet, when a third are slain spiritually, and all green grass was burned up. That's talking about all flesh done away with at the seventh trumpet. All flesh is grass, as it's written elsewhere in the Bible. So the trumpets begin to sound at a certain point in time. The first one, I believe, began to sound in 1830, and you have the announcement of these 7 things that will transpire before that trumpet has finished sounding, because those 6 trumpets of deception, once the 6th trumpet sounds, all 6 trumpets of deception will be sounding, and that's when you'll have the third part of the trees burn up, and then at the 7th trumpet, the last trump, when the true Christ returns, all green grass will be burned up. And I'll leave you with Mark chapter 13, the last verse, where Christ is speaking to you there. What did he say? He said, "What I say unto you, I say unto all. Watch."
Wait, watch and learn.